Hello everyone, I'm Captain Shar. I am mostly a retro gamer, sometimes a reaction content, and this is one of those times. So, Shue has dropped another video. The male protector fantasy. Is it incel to want to be a father? Personally, I don't want kids, but you know what? To each to their own. So, you know what? Link to the original will be down below. We're just gonna hop into it, okay?
Your eggs are drying up.
Huh?
If you're a woman online, you've probably heard that many times. Perhaps
not
this
that kind of
image
eggs.
haunts you at night. It is a true fact that women's fertility begins to decline at age 30, and they suddenly wake up and get what we call baby fever. But what about the men? Do their sperms rot? Do their balls shrivel up into little raisins and die? Do they?
Yeah, I'm not gonna say nothing on that one.
They wake up one day and get baby fever? Do men have a biological clock in the same way women do? I've briefly joked about this in videos before. In fact, a clip of mine from a video I did a few months ago actually went viral recently thanks to the VTuber Smugalana.
Ah yes, the male biological clock. It's not physical, but spiritual.
Men will deny this, but they absolutely have a biological clock. It may not hit in your teens or your 20s, but one day you're going to have a dream. You have a little daughter making you pancakes with your wife in the morning.
Oh,
and you're not going to be able to get it out of your head.
Oh my God.
And the comments were full of men discussing their dreams to start a family. There is not much discussion about men's desire to have...
I'll be real, I've more or less given up on that dream of anything, basically. Like, the whole have a family and all that. Once upon a time, it was in my mindset, but nowadays, not so much. The world's gone to hell for one, and I'm basically off the market.
Children. Like many things, it's not really something they talk about publicly. That was until a certain video game came out.
Yep, this game.
I am DI03367, a state-of-the-art Pragmata created here at the Cradle.
Unfortunately, I have a very much disdain towards AI. I get it, I've played Detroit Become Human and all that. I still played the neutral kind of good route unknowingly. But for the most part, I've also played the Terminator games, so I can't say nothing. I'm more or less not for AI, even if it's like a fake child kind of thing. It's like, nah.
I possess basic life-saving...
How about we call you Diana?
Diana?
Very
Pragmata is a sci-fi
chunky
action
armor
game where you play as astronaut Hugh Williams, who is sent to investigate an abandoned moon base. He meets a childlike android named Diana, and they team up to survive and escape the space station. Along the way,
It's Resident Evil in
uncover what went
space.
wrong and defeat the bad guys, all while forming a strong emotional bond.
Okay.
I'm counting on you, kiddo.
Very boxy
But
helmet.
it seems to have awakened something deep within gamers.
Damn it.
Especially male gamers. The urge to get married and have kids.
I don't know if it would have that effect. Okay, chill. I don't know what's going on.
I'm not planning on getting married and having kids, but damn, this game is like fatherhood calling to me. Is this how women feel about their biological clocks? This game makes me want a daughter. What is this feeling inside me? It can't be. It's like, I want to protect. It's like, I want to be a dad. They won me over. The white baby makes me feel paternal. I will burn anyone and anything that tries to harm her. This game is dragging out the innate dad instinct. I want to like Pragmata, but I can't, knowing that men are also enjoying it. This is a game for incels.
Okay. I see where it's going.
Babe, wake up! It's time for your yearly gamer culture war slap! It's 2014 forever, man. We are never going to escape Mr. Gamergate's wild ride. In this video, we are going to discuss the facts and theories behind the so-called male biological clock, after we discuss the drama surrounding the game Pragmata, and how a bunch of men expressing a simple, wholesome desire, the desire to start a family, has turned into yet another culture war.
Of course.
Yet another gender war. The gender...
Nah, from the way I see it, you post anything on Twitter / X there, someone's not gonna like it just because either they don't and they're just spiteful for the sake of being spiteful, or they're doing it just for the clicks. They're trying to rage bait people so it gets going. So, you know, it's always about the next big hit, it feels like, on there.
War. Men versus women, women versus men, the male loneliness epidemic, the female loneliness epidemic, dealing with dating apps, hookup culture.
Yep.
Do men like curvy or thin women? Do women like dad bods or fit men?
Curvy or thin women? Okay, personally, I don't care if she's thin or curvy, really. I just would like it if, you know, she's being honest, loyal, etc. kind of thing. Like, if we're doing a relationship, it's just like, I kind of want it to work. But, like I said, I've been out of the game since before. Real talk, I've been out of the game since before smartphones, basically.
Do they like beards or clean shaven? Oh yeah, that reminds me. Before we
Henson
get deeper into this
Shaving,
video,
lad.
let's quickly give a shout out to today's sponsor, Henson Shaving. For the last few decades, razors haven't been designed to work better. They've been designed to be marketed better. More features, more gimmicks, more blades. Just add one more blade, bro. One more blade, I promise, bro. One more blade. While skin irritation is just treated like
Ew.
something you just have to deal with. And a major cause for irritation is blade flex, because most razors use springs to let the blades move as you shave. That helps them adapt to like different angles, but also causes extra tugging and razor burn. Most people just learn to cope with like aftershave and cold water, fixing the symptoms instead of the cause. The question nobody asks is, should the blade even move? And here's where Henson Shaving comes
Probably
in.
not.
By fully supporting a
Because
two-sided
back
blade
in the day, they
all
used
across
to-
its length, they hold the blade in place, preventing any bouncing or skipping.
Well, you figure way back in the day, shavers were also just straight edge blades too that were like big, it's like swivel knives almost. If you go by the old timey stuff, and the barber would do it.
Resulting in an irritation-free shave. No springs, no movement, no need to compensate with pressure. And there's something really satisfying about that. Not just getting a better shave, but finally fixing something that's been quietly annoying you for years. Like when you spend months wondering why you don't feel rested even after you get 8 hours sleep, and then you realize, oh, I need a new mattress. You don't
Oh,
need more
wait.
aftershave, you need a new...
Is that what's wrong with me? Is that what it is? I need a new mattress? Plausible. I always find, though, finding for mattresses and stuff for beds, it's always a pain in the ass, because it's not like you can go and sleep on it, literally sleep on it and test it.
razor. And since I switched to Henson, I noticed that my shaves have been smoother than ever. No tugging, no cuts. The best part is, once you invest
Ow.
in a Henson razor, it is a lifetime purchase. The only thing you need to replace are the blades, which cost just 10 cents each. So once you own the razor, you'll only be spending like $3 to $5 per year. Henson offers a variety of different colors.
Which
I have the
logistically makes
rose
sense.
gold. I think it's so cute. So if you're tired of
So are they
razor burn,
aluminum
skin
or steel?
irritation, and
I didn't catch
overpaying
that.
for replacement blades, Henson Shaving is
rusty.
definitely worth checking out. Just head over to hensonshaving.com/shoe and add both a Henson razor and 100 blades to your cart. Then enter code SHOE at checkout to get the blades for free with your purchase. Big thanks to Henson for sponsoring this video, and thank you, the viewer, for not skipping the ad.
Didn't skip it.
Right?
I didn't.
Now, let's get back to the video. Throughout history, there have been countless stories centered around a very specific dynamic: the adult protector and a child. You see it everywhere. In
Yeah.
video games, they call it a dad simulator. The Walking Dead, The Last of Us, God of War, Detroit Become Human, BioShock, Life is...
Is Detroit Become Human a dad simulator? Because you're not really protecting a child. You're protecting a robot that... I don't know. That was a little more open-ended, I would say. You could do whatever you want in a way, and it would still...
Strange. Also movies like Logan, or games, they call it a dad simulator. The Walking Dead, The
Never played.
Last of
Never
Us,
played.
God of War,
Never
Detroit
played.
Become Human,
Played it.
BioShock, Life
Played
is
it.
Strange. Also movies like Logan, True...
I wouldn't say BioShock is a dad simulator, per se, because you, again, that's one of those games you have the choice to be good, or you could be bad. It's an achievement for both sides, I believe.
Grit, in a way, Monsters Inc., shows like The Mandalorian,
Never saw
literature
it.
has done it forever with The Road, Les Miserables, and many, many others.
Yeah,
It
like
shows
most
up
of that
time
stuff
and
I've
time
never
again
seen
because it
or
taps
read.
into something deeply human. The instinct to protect, to guide, to teach, to nurture something more vulnerable than yourself. It is a beautiful and powerful story that has been told for centuries. And you're like really weird and an incel for enjoying it, actually. Incel
Meh.
game. If you buy this game, I'm gonna assume you are a pedophile. I feel like it's a breach of ethics at this point to design child characters for an audience of majority male gamers. Like, let's stop with the defenseless girl, the big strong.
A lot of things these people are not considering also when they write these things is this is a Japanese developer. Like, you gotta like put yourself in that headspace and realize like Capcom's not, it's not Capcom USA pushing this game out. It's Capcom, like the parent company Capcom, doing these games. And so it's just like you really got to consider that, take that into consideration for some of these things. Like,
Man has to protect. This reeks of sexism and control. I hate these father simulator games. They always give me the creeps. This is low Kirkenuanly fascist propaganda and gives me pedo vibes.
right.
Wouldn't it be cool if I sneezed right now? Fascist propaganda. If this is fascist propaganda, slap me and call me Adolf. Zoomer women really look at a wholesome game involving a child and immediately— wait. What the f is low Kirkenuanly? After hearing about toxic masculinity for the past like 15 years now, finally a topic comes up where it's overwhelmingly positive masculinity. And what is the response? I think the funniest thing about the Pragmata controversy is that those incels genuinely think they could ever get near enough to a woman to impregnate one.
Well, this is gonna bounce back to one of Shue's other vids and be like, well, maybe you're part of the problem. Just saying? I get it, I'm a cat on the internet, I don't have much ground to stand on, but like, frig.
It's not nuanced. Pragmata is blatant pedophilia catered to male gooner
Oh, they're using that display picture, got it, okay.
gamers. Why are people thinking this is sexual or makes you a pedophile? Because men are notorious for being peds and disgusting humans? They sexualize everything? You are not very smart. A lot of loser males who often turn to gaming are pedos. It is an unconscious—
A lot of people, not just males, turn to gaming because it's a release from reality. A lot of people just want an escape from the everyday grind, which is called our jobs, basically. And not everyone can just go out and do whatever. So some of us like to escape into a virtual world, whether it be whatever you choose. And as far as I'm concerned, if a game is letting you lose that sense of reality for just a little bit and you get so immersed that you just forget everything and you get sucked into that thing, the game is a nice job. The same can be said for movies or any kind of media. If it sucks you into the point where time just flashes by and you go, oh crap, I should be asleep right now or something, it's done its job. It's told the story. It has produced something that is good. And sorry, I went on a little tangent there.
strategy to avoid competing with chat, as well as complementing their own pure adjourniness.
What?
Stalled development. What? Y'all are full of shit talking about dad instincts and whatever. We know why the f you want to play the game. You want to crack the little blonde bimbo slut.
What?
What? This character design creeps me out. Why does she look like a doll? Why is this blonde child with a blowout running around barefoot? I've not yet played the game. Is this expanded on in the plot? Or is this just eye candy for creeps? I feel like I'm going insane. She just looks like a cute kid to me. Like, that is just literally a cute little kid. I do not see the sexualization, and I am a huge pervert, mind you. I do not see what the f these people are talking about. Are there creepy people on the internet who are sexualizing Diana?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely yes. It is a
Pe-
small minority,
internet
but it is
messed
still
up.
disgusting. In fact, a subreddit had to be shut down because people were making not safe for work art of this child, which honestly is
Jeez.
not shocking. It's Reddit. That's not the game's fault. The game has nothing creepy in it. These creepy people will always exist, unfortunately. I have made several videos about these people existing. People getting mad here are not getting mad at the people sexualizing Diana. That would be completely understandable. It would make sense if they were going to the accounts that were doing that and calling them creeps, but no, they're for some reason just getting mad at people liking and enjoying.
They're basically just generalizing everyone, so it's kind of a nothing burger when it comes out like that.
The game. They're just spurging out and randomly calling everyone and anyone incels. Why did they make her look like a porn star, though?
What?
Why is the child sexy? Are you okay? These Twitter
No,
freaks see a
they're
child,
not.
immediately sexualize them, and think everyone else is as creepy as they are. Like, no, bitch, that's you! And Reddit! You and Reddit. There is nothing in this video game that caters to the freaks except for the fact that Diana is a child. Compare that to, like, Cuties, where there were up-closes of real children twerking.
I forgot that
is
existed.
me.
That was
catering to those people. An article recently came out from the outlet The Gamer that in the beginning talks about what happened on the Reddit and how disgusting some people are being towards the character Diana. Okay.
I don't know if she'll bring it up, but Diana also has a VTuber model already. And I believe there's already been a crossover event with Pecora. Now, don't quote me on that, I could be wrong. I don't really follow much of the JP branch of Hololive.
Fair enough, I
Language
agree.
barriers.
But then towards the end, the author throws in something very telling. I have not yet played Pragmata, and that's because
There's your
I'm a little
problem.
tapped out on stories where men adopt daughter-like figures and prove their masculinity by protecting them. That
Well, unless it's The Last of Us, because then only the first game counts. The second game was just a dumpster fire. I'm sorry, not sorry, because it was.
That is their real problem. Men.
Yeah.
Men protecting people.
That's also
just
okay. This is also the problem with a lot of people, though, like who speak out like this now for video games. Now, like, did you play it? No. Then shut up, because it's just like you have nothing to base your opinion on. Really, you're just going by what other people have said. You're parroting, or you're just being a sheep. One of the two.
them proving their masculinity. And as
Sorry,
we all
I'm
know,
yapping way too much. This is gonna get too
masculinity
long.
bad. Blatantly not fuel, whether you agree with it or not. The average attraction trope on a little girl, blonde, blue eyes. I mean,
course.
the whole game is low-key Nazi propaganda, to be fair.
Stop going
The men
off
who play
phone.
this are probably creepy, but how is it Nazi propaganda? Blonde, blue-eyed toddler and tiaras looking white girl you have to save is literally Nazi propaganda straight out of the 1930s, dude. Sorry, I don't see it. Ugh, I really don't have the energy to deal with this. Just use your brain.
Yep.
Sorry, I don't have the energy to explain my schizophrenic paranoid delusion. Good. I don't have the energy to listen to it. Listen, I know we're all used
Yeah.
to seeing gay, black, Hispanic, disabled furries in media lately, but I promise you, white people still exist. It's not.
Okay, I will say this: like, there are things. Movies are pretty bad for this too. But that whole era where everything had to be inclusive and they were forcing it so badly, it's like, okay, I have nothing against being inclusive for stuff in media and whatnot, but you cannot just, like, shoehorn or change a character that's already pre-established more or less for it, because, like, you can do great things with being original, but the fact is you're not being original. It's usually why these things explode in your face. I'm just saying, like...
Nazi
Sorry.
propaganda.
I go in
I feel like
tangents.
this girl character is an objectification of the idealized child. She's pulled right from the patriarchal white supremacist imagination. The perfect, pure white girl child that must be protected so she can produce the next white
She's a
generation.
robot, though. There it is. There it is. I've seen this clip so many times today. There it is. Look how smug she is.
Anyway, funny how y'all have paternal instincts for a child with a model woman's face plastered on it. Make her look like an actual kid with missing teeth, short hair, bare face.
Okay. Capcom is not very good at doing, like, the children models. And it's not the glamour filter unless you have DLSS on, because, let's face it, that's already been proven that it's an AI filter.
Not and see if those instincts kick in the same. This game is openly catering to pedos. The gaslighting is over. Wait, I'm trying to follow the logic here. Let me just give myself some brain damage.
Don't hurt the mic.
So we make her
We
look
need that for you
more
to say
like a
funnies.
child in order to not cater to pedophiles. Am I following that correctly?
Right.
Also, the face on the left is like a child 6 to 7 years old, and the one on the right is like a 3-year-old. Diana's a robot kid. She's not a robot toddler. Also, again, she looks like a kid. Am I going insane? Like, that looks just like a little kid. Do they just want her to look ugly? Is that what this is? They want her to be ugly? Like,
They want an ugly child.
Weeb incel gamers LARPing saying, ooh, I want to be a dad now, because they're manipulative, creepy freaks and like the ooh.
Well, to be fair, if I recall correctly, Japan does have a population problem where they're not reproducing enough to actually keep refilling the population, so it's kind of dwindling. So, in a way, from Capcom, if this is the goal, it is smart. I am just saying, from the outsider crazy cat that's right here in front of you, that maybe there's a hidden message for it to actually be like that. Because it would make sense. Because if that's the case, then kudos. They're doing the right. They're kind of getting the message, I guess.
Little girl with the model face, especially the lolicons, obviously. The devs know the male gamers hate a realistic or ugly child because that's not what they're playing for.
Well, there's also the devs also know that if something gets too realistic, it's a throw off. And Capcom usually has had a defined style more or less since the GameCube era. When they did the first Resident Evil remake, they basically, yep, this is where we're sitting at, and this is how we're gonna go going forward, basically. And they've basically stuck with that style ever since the semi-realistic.
If they made her look like a realistic, ugly child, none of them would be saying this. First of all, why are they acting like it's realistic to portray children as ugly and disgusting? Children are not ugly and disgusting.
Probably because they don't have
cute
children.
And adorable. That's what they're known for. Like, yes, she's made to look cute. Yes. That's how you know this game was not made by Western video game developers. That's how you know there was no Liliths on the dev team here. You guys would lose your shit while playing BioShock. Actually, BioShock is a really good example of this design working right. The little sisters are all gross and have gray-green skin. No, you don't understand. Everything around me must be ugly as f***, or I will furiously start masturbating. This all sounds like 2014 discourse, because it is 2014 discourse. Please don't let there be Gamergate 2.0. Who's
The shit, it's a different year, same shit, basically. That's what that theme sounds like here.
going to be the ShoeOnHead 2.0 to emerge from the Gamergate 2.0? If she's listening now, this might sound very vague, but don't. That thing? Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Hugh, thanks for talking to me all the time. Ta-da!
Is this supposed to be
Looks
when
like a
you first
marshmallow.
ordered the tram?
Uh-huh. I drew it. It's for you.
Look at that. You wrote your name, too. Not half bad, kiddo.
This robot girl makes me uncomfortable, and the fact that I haven't seen female gamers fawn over her is interesting. I've seen more clips of her and that man, and that is not how kids behave. Something weird is going on here.
I have seen my nephew behave like that towards his parents, so, like, kids do this. Kids do draw stuff that they're proud of and want the parents' opinions on. They want that feedback, whether it's hopefully positive, probably what they want. So, like, again, I'm not a parent, but I have witnessed plenty of parents.
Weird going on
All
here
my friends
is
are basically parents.
Ma'am. You are the something weird. Men like the Father Simulator game where you have to protect a small child and shoot up a bunch of robots in space? Suspicious! Also, I have seen plenty of female gamers falling over this character.
Me. Yeah. Okay. Everything's all about you.
I don't even know who these people are.
Who would win? Decades of anti-natalist propaganda? One little bean. There were even women cosplaying as her. And when women even expressed how cute they thought Diana was, they're also met with this. Oh my god, Diana is so precious and adorable. I'm gonna love this game. Thanks for telling everyone why you want to play the game, before you make up some other excuse to hide your pedophilia.
Okay, sure.
Water guns are the best. I like it just as much as crayons. I like how the sand feels on my toes. I press down and sink in. Children don't act like this. This is how someone who fetishizes fatherhood wants children.
Again, you people are losing the plot point. She's not an actual child. She's a robot.
To behave. To normal people, it's actually deeply off-putting. The best part was all the actual parents, like, replying to these people like, yeah, no, that is literally how my 5-year-old acts.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, no, that's pretty accurate. Fetishizing you mean the human desire to procreate and start a family? Oh, you want to meet a woman and settle down and have a family? Maybe have a house, 2 dogs? You sick f***.
I don't want dogs. You know how much poop? 2 dogs? That's a lot of poop to clean up.
Reached radioactive levels of incel propaganda. What the f does incel mean anymore? I feel like I ask this in every single...
Shoe, it's okay. Most words in our language have lost all meaning because people just use them for anything now, so there's no meaning in... And people are constantly changing what words mean or making up new words that have the same meaning as the old words, so it's kind of like... Stop. Just stop butchering everything you guys touch.
Video. This tweet got thousands of likes. I feel like I am going insane. Where does the incel part come from? Like, they want men to be open about their emotions, and then men are open about their emotions, and then they're just called Nazis or incels or both. Usually both. It's usually a package deal. And this tweet came from a man to make things worse. A grown-ass man saw another grown-ass man speaking about the normal human desire to want a family and want children one day, and called him an incel. Cockroach behavior.
Well, I think that might be because a lot of these people are just spiteful because they know they'll never achieve that, probably. And so they're just lashing out.
In any case, what is this? Capcom's Pragmata. Wait, did it come out already?
Oh, this guy doesn't count.
It's making thousands of people suddenly want to start a family. You play as Hugh, a soldier stranded on a ruined lunar research station. His job is protecting the childlike android Diana while fighting rogue AI. In one emotional moment, she gives him a crayon drawing of the 2 of them together as a little family. Even streamers who say at the start they didn't want kids end up breaking down happy in tears. So what's really interesting about this is all of these unfuckable losers in the gaming sphere always talk about like starting families and...
I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to skip past this dick bag. How long is this?
Understand.
Wow,
Shut
maybe
up.
there's a reason people are yearning to start a family and can't afford to have one and can't seem to find a partner. They feel alienated from their work and atomized from their community.
Besides, I'm not gonna take advice from somebody who allegedly zapped his dog. So, like, no.
If only there was a political commentator around to speak about all this.
Hey!
Oh well, guess not. First of all, the only care about something if it affects you is extremely libertarian coded and also very weird coming from a guy who understandably wants everybody to care about a genocide that is happening across the ocean. Second of all, what is this nihilistic horseshit? You never aspire for anything, never aim for greatness and meaning. This is the dude the media wants us to believe is going to save young men from the alt-right pipeline.
That guy ain't gonna save shit. I'm sorry, but he ain't gonna do shit.
Yeah, okay. And I love how he's like, unfuckable losers. Like, okay, congrats on the sex, bro. Check out this sex haver over here. I'm sure all those unfuckable losers could easily go to foreign brothels and pay for sex like you, Hassan. Something weird about a man who could easily, consensually get sex from a woman, but chooses to go to a brothel. I don't know. Just saying. Also, 35? No kids? Like, I'm sorry, that just pisses me off. Like, sitting in his ugly ass $600 Gucci sweater. I swear I've never seen this guy in a fucking normal ass t-shirt. Sitting on his high horse, looking down at people for wanting something more out of life. I don't understand how someone could be so mentally mind raped that this is their reaction to such like a simple, wholesome concept. Like, literally no—
Easy, Shoe. Some people are just chronically online and don't know what grass even is.
joke, the entire meaning of life is somehow confusing to Hassan Piker, anti-natalist. If I saw a child that looked like that, I'd probably attack it. I felt like hitting her. The right-wing nutjobs seeing this and feeling maternal instincts are just predators. The only instinct I feel as a man right now is self-defense. I want to kill it. Yes, the ones saying they want to protect a kid are the predators, not the ones saying they want to kill it. The only thing I felt while watching this is pure bloodlust for that annoying creature. I hate children so much. Before you come at me, yes, I'm a 35-year-old crazy cat lady and proud of it. Stay mad. First of all, every time you see a little smiley face like that, that's how you know that person is madder than they've ever been in their entire life. Listen, obviously if you simply don't want kids, that's fine. Like, whatever. Not everyone wants kids. Not everyone wants to be a parent. But the societal attitude, the difference between men and women here, how they handle this situation is so, like, fascinating to me.
I'm probably never having kids. I'm probably gonna play video games for the rest of my life. I'm probably gonna be as hot for as long as I can. And I'm probably gonna keep making money. That's probably what's gonna happen for the next 40 years
we get it.
until people are just gonna keep being mad at me about it. Menopause is gonna hit me like a brick wall, but at least I will be getting the bag until then. You don't want kids? I'll do it whenever I want. I don't think I'm running out of time.
Absolute delusion.
Right.
I feel like a lot of men in this situation are like, damn, I wish I had a family. That sucks. Women overcompensate and they pretend to be proud of it, and it just comes off as really kind of sad. And I guess it's like, as a woman for a long time, it's like, oh, you're too young to have kids. Don't have kids. It will ruin your life and your body and your career. Don't have children. And then all of a sudden you hit a certain age and it's like, you're eggs, man. I get it. It's frustrating. I get it. I hid my pregnancy from the internet. Nobody knew I was pregnant. Well, some of you guessed because I was fat as f. But anyway, I hid it from the internet.
Well, that, and you just kind of slowed right down for a bit there, so, you know, it happens. Besides, it doesn't matter if you got pregnant or not, Shoe. Life happens.
And while I was like 5 months pregnant, I was getting tweets from like groypers and like, TikTok, your eggs are drying up. But this like, f you haters, I got my cats. Enough. Stop spreading that attitude. Stop being a crab in a bucket. Like, even if you don't have children, that's fine. You can find other meaning in your life, obviously. But don't encourage that type of mindset. The amount of anti-natalist propaganda young men and young women see nowadays is, like, insane. But the biggest anti-natalist propaganda has to be, like,
Champy!
$3,000 rent, $2,000 daycare.
Get out of my house, Wasp!
That, honestly. Like, if we're being honest. It's just sad because, like, through all of history, like, imagine—
Hold on. I gotta deal with that. No, get down. Get off my light. Sir! Get. Oh! Where'd it go? Fuck. Yeah, there's a wasp in here. Where'd you go, little buddy? I don't know how you got in here. Anyways, let's get back to the show. He shows back up. I will take care of him.
your ancestors. They've been through like war and famine, and you're just gonna end your bloodline because the rent is too high. But it's understandable. They don't feel like they can support a child. They can barely support themselves, especially on one income.
Yeah, speaking of rent's too high, my rent's going up again, so ugh.
Like how it used to be. Those days are gone. You know, if I was president and I wanted to make America great again, that would be the thing I focus on the most. But no, we have to do another bullshit war in the Middle East. Okay, whatever, we're not going into that, not in this video.
Become the president.
Strange reactions to this game. Let's clear some things up. Childless men do not have paternal instincts the way childless women have maternal instincts. Men first experience paternal instincts once they have their own children, and typically, those paternal instincts are only ever felt for their own children and no one else's. Men are not nurturers. Men don't gush over cute kids in public. Men don't have baby fever. If a man wants to possess a child for any reason other than it being a product of his own lineage, he's likely a predator. What? Okay. First of all, even from like anecdotal common sense, this is just not true. This is obviously bullshit. Research literally shows that childless men experience like the desire for fatherhood almost just as much as childless women experience the desire for motherhood. Apparently young men want children more than young women do nowadays. Many men, including childless men, exhibit caregiving, protective responses to infants, even if they're not their own. All through history, men have protected, mentored, even died for kids that weren't their own. Also, with this logic, like, uncles, stepdads, adoptive fathers, like, anyone like that is a predator. Like, men just have the protector gene, and this game just activates it. It's really not deeper than that. Yes, it's true men don't have maternal instincts, but men do have paternal instincts. There's a reason this game is about protecting her from evil robots in space and not, like, I don't know, breastfeeding her. Yes, women and men are different. And a huge factor in this very popular trope is that the man gradually develops paternal instincts over the child despite his stoic, emotionally distant.
I just realized this statement. Is the flag behind her a green screen? Because the way her hair's behaving, I'm just noticing this. Is it a green screen?
Masculine
I'm
nature.
dumb, don't mind me.
These gamers are experiencing that through the main character. If Capcom's goal with Pragmata was to make everyone who plays this game want to be a parent, then they've done an amazing job. I always sit back when Diana starts playing and think to myself, so this is what it's like to have a daughter? She's so cute. And for the record, yes, that is what having kids is like. It's also not so fun stuff and lots of responsibility, but the good parts completely outweigh the bad and make it all worth it. There were hundreds of tweets from people, mostly childless people, mind you, being like, that's not what having a child is like, actually, you stupid gamer. It's actually terrible.
Okay, hold on. If you don't have a kid and you've never actually taken care of a kid in any form, what ground do you have for really to say anything like, this is how I think it would be like? If you could say, not like, this is not what it's like, because whatever.
Men like this view having a daughter like having a pet dog. Once she grows up and isn't a cute little girl anymore, they'll begin to resent her. Men really do want kids the way kids want a puppy. All the fun, but none of the responsibilities. I don't like the way you guys talk about children. Like, they aren't toys. People will lose their f***ing minds when they realize that kids aren't like a dog or cat. They're a goddamn nightmare. Watching a child play with a toy and actually raising a child are two completely separate things.
I don't know that wasp
Kids are adorable when they're calm and playful, but little demons when they're screaming, snotting, and destroying your shit and keeping you up at night. Men really think having children is easy and fun. It's not so fun when they're pissing and shit and crying non-stop. Do you have kids? No, and I got my tube side 3 years ago, but thanks for asking. Wow,
Smiley face again.
So cute. Maybe I want kids one day. Did you know they poop and pee and cry? Why this compulsive need to counter-signal this? Watching a fictional kid play with toys for a few seconds and thinking that's what it's like raising an actual human being is probably a sign you have zero idea what it really looks like being a parent, and you should not base your decision off a video game character. Wait, this community note. OP is an e-girl with an OnlyFans. You stupid gamers don't get it. Doom scrolling TikTok and having multiple failed situationships is true happiness. Children are a burden. So nobody is saying parenting is easy. Nobody said that. All the parts parents say are the best parts. All the parts parents say are worth it. That is...
Like I said, I've seen like my friends raise their kids and all that. And it's just like, I've been part of that. And I'm going to be part of it again with another one. So it's kind of like... I don't know, I've just been seeing it happen from the sideline, but it's like I'm still involved. Not that I want the kids, it's just like I'm still, like, part of their family, whether I like it or not, I just go with it.
What people are seeing and
rise to the challenge
they
kind
have
of
this
thing.
like insane compulsion to attack anything that's like remotely pro-family, I guess because it culturally clocks as conservative. So you have to just shun it and mock it, or else you're doing a fascist propaganda or something. This whole thing has just been a litmus test for humanity. On one side, people who long for love and meaning and human connection desire deeper things and they're in touch with their humanity. And on the other side, miserable, insane freaks who want to destroy everything pure and wholesome. And then on the sidelines, normal people who just think this is a fun game. Yeah, it's probably most people.
Oops.
I think we're a little too online sometimes.
Yep.
So we have established that the broveries have been activated by this game. But is the
broveries? Jesus, Shoe?
male biological clock real?
I don't know.
Unlike women who are born with a specific number of eggs, men create sperm all their life. Right now, as we speak, your balls are creating sperm.
Yeah, I know.
Men can technically get someone pregnant all their life. And by someone, I mean a woman, not a femboy. You can't get a femboy pregnant. Stop trying. Sperm quality tends to decline over time. Lower sperm count.
Nowadays with all the microplastic sperm quality is also going down, so take that as you will, boys.
And more DNA damage to the sperm occurs. These changes usually start after 35 to 40 years old. So as men age, the risk of passing on genetic mutations increases. Similar to maternal age, higher paternal age has been associated with autism, schizophrenia, so basically being a ShoeOnHead fan, and other rare genetic disorders, as well as the chance of miscarriage rates being higher. So when red pill manosphere people tell you like, oh, you have all the time in the world to have children, bro, focus on yourself, queen, get that bag, like, technically they're correct. Physically, you do have all the time in the world, but that doesn't mean you should wait.
No.
Having kids is more than the...
Having kids when you're old is kind of cruel to the kids, in my opinion, because, like, you won't be around as long for them to see them grow up, whatever, you know? So I am thankful that I got, like, people in my family as long as I did till I was almost 30 for my grandparents before they passed on. And so, like, my parents are still around, sure, but it's just, like, I am thankful that people have been in my family as long as they have. If you have your kid when you're much older, they ain't gonna have you for much longer, kind of thing. So it's kind of like, have them when you're younger, because then you can enjoy the time with them much more longer. I don't know, that's just my sentiments on that.
Ability to reproduce. You want energy to chase a toddler around. You want your kids to have their father in their life for a long time. You want to see your kid graduate and maybe have children of their own. You want to give your parents grandchildren. You don't want to be a super old dad or mom. But if that's how it happens, that's how it happens, and that's great. Life is not a Hallmark movie, but it should not be the ideal for men and women. Like, if you are in a stable relationship, get married and have kids as soon as possible. Honestly, it's the stable relationship part I think people are having the most trouble with. It's easy to...
I don't know about the stable relationship thing, but there's also a stable economy. The economy's been going woo-woo-woo lately, so it's kind of like,
be like, find a wife and get married and have kids, bro. And it's like, find a wife? From where?
Yeah.
The wife store? Listen, I believe you will have that one day, Anon. I believe you will have that wife and daughter or son.
I don't know, Shue. Like I said, I'm leaving the 30s age range soon, so it's kind of like I feel like my ship has sailed and sunk it already. So like, I know people are like, but you're still young. Well, when you've gone through all the crap our generation already has now, it doesn't feel like you're young. It feels like you're weathered. So I don't know, like. From the reality, logical, yes, I'm still technically young, but from my family's point of view, I'm already 2/3 through my entire life. Most of all the males in my side of family pass away early, so like, I got another 10 to 20 years left, and that's it, so.
You will have a little Diana of your own one day. You will hang those drawings on your fridge. Don't blackpill, don't doom. We're all gonna make it. Same to you ladies watching. If I can make it, you can make it. So what did you guys think of this? Have you played Pragmata? Did you like it? Did it make you feel those fatherly or motherly instincts?
The last game I played that made me really feel things might have been Stray, but I don't remember now. Like, my memory is cooked too. Like, it's already starting to not really work that well anymore on me. But it's just like, I felt anger in a lot of games, but have I felt like feelings like this that I want to be a parent or anything yet? No, not yet. I didn't feel that way towards Emily at all in Resident Evil. It's kind of like, oh, well, that's that kind of thing.
Biological clock ticking? Do you have baby fever?
No.
If you like this video, please subscribe, and if you can, donate to my Patreon, link down below. All Patreons get the raw, uncensored version of the video a day before it comes out, and I'm going to start doing live streams for Patreon members only, so that should be fun. And I will see you guys soon with a new video. A slop video, hopefully.
Yeah, you keep saying that. You keep saying slop video. I'm still waiting for that because we've been having nothing but serious talk videos lately. Alright. Like I said, link to yours will be down below, guys. And we'll see you on the next one. Yeah. Like I said, like, if the right person came into my life, maybe I would settle down and have a family, whatever, but for the most part, I don't want kids, really, and I just don't feel like I'd be good for the task. But that's just me. Everyone's different. Anyways, like I said, that's it for now. Bye.